Hello everybody, welcome back once again. We are playing Jade Empire. This is a closed fist walkthrough, and we are dead. So let's let's explore Dirge. Oh, there's my I was like, where did my mini map go? I must have accidentally turned that off at some point. I don't remember if there was anything else. Something tells me that there was like kind of some stuff out here. I just don't remember exactly where it was at, and this area is fairly large, so we will just have to do a bit of exploring here. Alright, so there's definitely some spirits or something out here too. My mini map is gone. There we go. Focus.
Your master betrayed you, as he once betrayed his brother. A revenge years in the planning.
So I assume because the Emperor, and I think that's the way it played out. But I think what's going on there is because the Emperor is like a spirit. Lee wasn't able to do anything to him, right? So that's why he, of course, needed the spirit monk then to kind of do his dirty work, which is pretty cool. And of course, also, I always like him referring to remembering the basics, which is, he basically built a flaw into your fighting style that apparently only he could exploit. Of course, that had been...
He trained you to fight a tyrant, but with a flaw.
Yeah.
He wanted you vulnerable in your moment of triumph.
Yeah, that was exactly what I was just saying. So yeah, trained you with a flaw that multiple people over the course of the game reference. I don't know if it's the damage shield, but
The dragon amulet is in his hands, reassembled. He will consume my power, but all is not lost. Seek my light.
What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. These spirits keep interrupting me. Oh, yeah, I don't know if it's the damage shield that looks so cool, or if it's just, that's how your character looks here. Probably just the way the character looks.
Your master claims the throne and my power. He will rule as a god unless he is stopped.
Oh, we'll stop him. That's what's going on. Alright, here's the steps. Focus.
You have done well, mortal, but your journey is far from over. Time grows short, and we must act quickly if we are to stop your Master Lee.
Oh, let's see. You better explain what's going on right now.
Your master, Sun Li, the glorious strategist, betrayed you. He killed you to claim the power of the Emperor, my power, as his own. You are dead. I am the water dragon. immortal guardian of the path to the underworld. I shepherd the dead, leading them to my holy temple in Dirge, the gateway to the afterlife. But 20 years ago, the Emperor and his brothers attacked Dirge. They burned my temple, slew my servants, and defiled my body so the Emperor could claim my power. When Emperor Sun Hai fell, I reclaimed some of my power, enough to call your spirit here. But now I am fading once more. Sun Li consumes my energy.
Ooh, let's see. Why would Master Li betray me?
Your former master has long desired power, to impose his will on the Empire. His plan took years to form, but the prize was too grand to let go to waste on his brother's madness. He consumes my essence to become a god, but he does not yet fully control his power. That is why I could bring you here, and why we can speak now. My strength wanes. We must act quickly. For you to fulfill your destiny, I must send you to Dirge now, while Sun Li struggles to control his newfound power.
Let's see. If he planned all this, his lies have spanned years.
The glorious strategist knows patience. Li has planned this for 20 years. When Dirge fell, he rescued you only because he believed you were a tool he could use. You will learn this and more, but we must move quickly. When he discovers what I have done, he will try to seal this realm and prevent me from sending you to Dirge.
You're sending me to Dirge? Why me? Wait, what? That seems like a dumb response. Still don't understand what I'm supposed to do.
My temple at Dirge is defiled. I do not have the power to restore you to life. But I can send your spirit to Dirge, so you may cleanse the taint corrupting my holy sanctum. Hurry! If you restore the fountains of Dirge, I can restore you to life. If you do not, Master Li will become unstoppable. Seek out Abbot Song. He will help you. Restore the fountains of Dirge. Restore my power, and I will speak to you again.
Alright, well, so much for exploring that gigantic area out there. There probably isn't anything out there. Yeah, it looks like that is probably where we came from. Gem of Premonition. Let's take a look at this. Mind +1, 50% trap, evade, focus. That's really lame. The gem's inner structure does not appear similar to any other essence gem, and there are no records of it ever having been created. Its origin is a mystery, as is the nature of its power. It appears to give the wielder a glimmer of the future, enabling its user to move away from coming harm. It does not remove the danger, but makes danger easier to avoid. Yeah, it seems pointless. Yeah, pointless. Here he is.
sense the mark of the water dragon upon you. You have returned.
Are you Abbot Song?
I am the spirit of Abbot Song, slain many years ago by the glorious strategist. Before my death, I was the head of the Spirit Monk Order, your order.
So you're the leader of the Spirit Monks.
I was. But I only led them to defeat and destruction. I failed in my duty to protect the water dragon, a duty I would one day have passed to you. You are a spirit monk, born here in Dirge and cleansed in the sacred fountains. You were an infant the day the Emperor and Sun Li attacked our monastery. I tried to save you from the slaughter, only to lose you to Li when he ripped you from the arms of your dying guardian.
Li claimed he was the one who rescued me.
I can only imagine what lies and distortions he told you about Dirge, your heritage, and his own role in events here. But now, you deserve to hear the truth. 30 years ago, the long drought struck the land. For a decade, crops withered and died. Starving people across the Empire demanded that something be done. Despite his position, Emperor Sun Hai could not alter the natural order. He demanded that his brother, the glorious strategist, concoct a plan to rectify this insult. Through Sun Li's cunning, the armies of the Emperor laid siege to the gates of Dirge. They came to seize the water dragon's power and her life-giving waters.
Oh, let's see. What happened when they attacked Dirge?
The soldiers of the Imperial Army swarmed over us, too many to count. My spirit monks fought bravely, but I knew the battle was lost. We were beaten. All around me, my fellow spirit monks were dying. I tried to hold the attackers at bay. Prince Qin attacked me, and then Master Li cut me down from behind. The Emperor ascended unopposed, but already Sun Li and Prince Qin plotted against him. The glorious strategist was not content to watch his brother come to power. Emperor Sun Hai, ruler of the Jade Empire, stepped beyond his station and slew the water dragon, claiming her power for his own. His brothers tried to strike him down, but they could not know he would be so strong. Infused with the water dragon's power, he was now unbelievably powerful. Sun Li escaped with his life, but he left his brother, Prince Qin, to suffer the Emperor's terrible vengeance. A spirit monk child still lived. He killed your guardian. Claiming his identity, no longer a servant of the Emperor, Li abandoned his fearsome armor to become the master you thought you knew. If you and the amulet were the key to defeating his brother, he might still claim that power. Li disappeared with you and the amulet, escaping the Emperor's retribution. With his newfound power, the Emperor, as a taunt to his traitorous brother, bound Qin's spirit to the armor Li had left behind. And Death's Hand was born. You were the last of the spirit monks. Sun Li saw our attempt to save you as confirmation of your importance. He believed you were meant to restore what he helped steal. He trained you to be an instrument of vengeance, an agent to succeed where he and Prince Kin had failed. But with your death, the Emperor is now invincible.
Ooh, let's see here. I see why he is called the Glorious Strategist. Now he has a god's power.
Then the Glorious Strategist has won. You were the last of the spirit monks. But now you are just a ghost like the rest of us. No one is left to oppose Sun Li.
The water dragon will bring me back if I restore the fountains of Dirge.
You spoke with the water dragon? Of course. Only she could guide your spirit to Dirge, while all others must wander the mortal world. I worried that our last hope had died with you, but now I see you have come to restore the fountains of Dirge. The first step in restoring the water dragon herself. As leader of the spirit monks in life, I am bound by honor and duty to aid you in this task. I swear, I will not abandon you until the fountains of Dirge are restored.
I'm honored to have you with me.
I can guide you here in Dirge, this lost home of yours. I know the monastery well, and will do everything in my power to help you restore the fountains.
Time grows short. Let's get started.
You are probably right. We must restore the water dragon's power before Sun Li gains full command of her powers.
Alright, let's take a look at the Abbot. So it says support recovers your chi focus and health. Abbot's songs attacks can damage spirits. The Abbot of the doomed spirit monks. Abbot's song serves the water dragon even in death. His hope for redemption lies with you. So we are going to swap him to support.
I think I actually like this job
Let's
better than
see
my last.
if this dude's got anything new for us. Nope, not yet. Oh, hello. Alright, we got a scroll stand here. The ritual of binding. The ability to bind a spirit is one of the great honors that the water dragon has bestowed upon us. Therefore, we must always remember to treat this gift with the proper respect. When you bind a spirit, you become the guardian of that spirit. It is as though the spirit is your child. Though it is your duty to return the spirit to the water dragon for her judgment, until you give the spirit over to her, you are fully responsible for that spirit. Since the spirit will obey your every command, you must always have the best interests of the spirit in mind while it is under your control. You must never command a spirit to do anything that might affect the water dragon's judgment of that spirit later on. And though it is the most common rule when binding spirits, I will repeat it again. Under no circumstances will you ever bind the spirit of a living person. Such acts are punishable by death and judgment at the hands of the water dragon herself. So it's a shame that we can't bind Abbot Song Spirit because he's so freaking amazing, so that we could bring him back to the real world. But, you know, alas, not the case. Not an option. Do not stay paralyzed long at all. Okay. Can't do a harmonic combo on them anyway. Oh my god. Ton of health, dude. Oh my god. They have way too much health. Good lord. Like that dude's just standing there. He's like powering up his fireball. Like, let that thing loose, bro. Don't just let me beat the crap out of your buddy. Trying to imagine what this would be like without the increased damage from the that final configuration from Lord Bow's furnace. Strength of the bull or whatever. This is already bad enough the way it is. Actually, I'm just gonna leave this as it is. I was thinking about maybe upgrading the chi damage or the chi strike damage for my leaping tiger, but there is a transformation style coming up that I might dump some points in. This will keep her from blocking at least. It doesn't last long enough. But... It's like a 5-minute battle.
The guardian of this fountain is destroyed, and I weep for her. She was once one of our order, but lured by Lee's promises of wealth and power, she betrayed us.
Oof. This woman was once a spirit monk?
This thing is the corrupted spirit of Xian Wu. During the attack, she and several other spirit monks betrayed us by tainting the holy fountains with human blood. Long before the attack, Li sent spies to bribe some of our weaker members. When they tainted the fountains, the power sustaining us against the army vanished.
What happened to Xian Wu?
After the battle, the Emperor executed Xian Wu and the others, and he used the power of the water dragon to bind their spirits to the fountains.
Huh. I don't understand. How did he bind their spirits?
The binding is a sacred ritual of the spirit monks. We can draw on the power of the water dragon to bind a spirit to us. It is one of our tools for shepherding the dead. Even before Dirge was befouled, there were ghosts in the world. Some spirits would become lost in their journey here, or refuse to let go of the mortal world and go mad. If we found one of these restless ghosts, we could bind it to us and bring it to Dirge. Then we would release the spirit, so the water dragon could lead it into the afterlife.
So the Emperor did this to Xian Wu.
The binding is a great gift from the Water Dragon, if used properly. But the power can be abused. The Emperor bound the traitors not to himself, but to a place. The spirit can never escape such a binding. It feels an inexorable pull, but it has nowhere to go. It feels a compulsion to obey, but is never given a command. The spirit twists and corrupts, and in its agony it goes mad. Binding a spirit to a place is a terrible crime for our order. The only thing worse is binding a living creature.
Is that how Sun Qin was bound to Li's armor? Does it have that kind of power?
Binding the living condemns them to a fate worse than death. It forces the subject to obey and robs them of their free will. As a spirit monk, you must never do such a thing. The ability to bind spirits comes from the essence of the Water Dragon inside you. You may not have the power now, but one day you will be able to call upon it when needed. But this is not the time for lessons or instruction. The Guardian is dead, but you must place the seal on the fountain for it to be fully restored.
Alright, wow, that was a ton of experience. Holy crap.
It worked! The fountain is restored, and the gates to the inner courtyard have opened.
Okay. It worked. Because of course it did.
You have nothing to fear here. Though many dangerous beings dwell in Dirge, these monks and soldiers cannot harm you.
What's going on here?
The monks and soldiers who fell during the battle are trapped here in Dirge. Caught in a never-ending war. They fight, they fall, only to rise and fall again. Li cut me down on the steps of the temple. My body fell and my spirit rose. Powerless, I fled toward the outer courtyard while the battle still raged. I wanted to see if you had escaped. Instead, I saw Li take you, and I found myself trapped out here. The Emperor had sealed the gates behind me.
That... I'm confused here. The cutscene from I don't, whatever the attack on Dirge shows Abbot Song fighting Sun Qin and Master Li, and he dies like right there. So this little bit of dialogue here doesn't make sense unless he's saying that he was already dead when the Emperor sealed the gates behind me. I feel like that's the only way that makes sense. Anyways, why didn't you follow Li?
My spirit cannot leave Dirge. None of the spirits here can leave. For 20 years, I have been trapped in the outer courtyard, unable to pass through the gates. I cannot say what fate lies ahead, but after 20 years, your return gives me reason to hope once more.
Okay, from that dialogue, that must be what he's talking about. He couldn't see, but he was already essentially dead. 61 points. Whew. Just making sure that I've got everything explored here, and it certainly looks like that's the case. Yeah, it looks like there's nothing else out here. Okay. Well, being that that's the case, let's head on in here.
The first fountain has been restored. You have done well.
Great mistress. It is heaven itself to see you again. I have been so lost without your wisdom.
I have left you without my guidance for far too long, Abbot Song. But I could not speak with you. My strength was consumed contacting the last of the Order. You are the last. There is no one else that can do what you are destined to do. I had to conserve and prepare. I did not know the exact day you would cross to this realm.
You have used me just as Master Li used me? I understand. What must I do now?
I was able to guide you here because there was an instant between the Emperor's death and when Sun Li claimed my power. I regained some energy, but that moment has passed. Li is consuming my power, drawing it through the amulet he stole when he betrayed you. You must restore the next fountain before it is too late.
I stopped the Emperor. I can stop Li.
Perhaps, but Sun Hai did not have your amulet. Fortunately, you now see that as a spirit monk, essence gems will serve you without it. It is a pathway, not a source of power. The amulet trains you to access what is already present, something Sun Li misunderstood. However, as a focus, it still allows him to take my power much faster than his brother did. Let the wisdom of the abbot guide you if you need aid. Restore the second fountain, and I will speak to you again, if I am able.
I sense my former student refuses to rest easy. The time for subtlety is past. You are too valuable to abandon a second time. Come, we must return to Dirge.
All right, let's keep at it here. Hey, this looks like a
The
fountain.
second fountain is here, but the seal is missing. This could only be possible if the guardian bound to this fountain has been destroyed.
So what destroyed the Guardian?
This is troubling. I feel a foul taint here. Something worse than the corruption of the Emperor. Something older. Something not of this realm. There are unnamed things barred from entering both the mortal world and the spirit realm. But with the water dragon gone, such a being may have crossed into Dirge. Such a creature would be drawn to the corruption of the fountain. It must have destroyed the Guardian and hidden the seal so the fountain could never be restored.
Don't worry, we'll find it.
The creature would not go far. Wait, do you feel that? Something is coming.
I bring a message from my master. You restored one fountain, but the Guardian seal is weak. The seal of the second fountain, it's not so easily played.
Prepare to die, demon.
I am the beginning of suffering. It was I who devoured the Guardian bound to this fountain and claimed the seal for my master. Seek me out, traverse the path of the demons, and you can reclaim the seal. If you dare.
Oh, I dare. Well, this is obviously a trap.
I agree. The demon would not reveal itself without cause. But there may be a way to yet overcome this demon. I know of a gem here in the monastery, a gem of great power. You can use it to help defeat this monster.
Alright, where can I find this gem?
The gem has been kept here in the monastery for many generations, guarded by powerful spells that keep evil at bay. The spells persisted, even after Dirge fell. The demon seeks to lure us to its lair, but it may also be trying to lure us away from the gem. We must go through the opposite arch if you wish to claim the gem.
Oh, let's see. I can take care of this demon. Nothing can stop me.
You are the last, spirit monk. The wards will not keep you from the gem. But take care. Its power will be like a beacon drawing all manner of dark spirits near. Battling through such creatures may be just as difficult as facing a demon. In any case, the choice is yours.
We're totally gonna get this gem. Love me some gems. Nothing down here. Brilliant gem of balance. Let's take a look. Alright, body, mind, and spirit all +4. No matter what a person's path in life, fate, destiny, and human desire decide how far one goes. Whether on a path of peace or of power, the will must exist in balance with the needs of the body, the mind, and the spirit. When all are one, then true mastery can be achieved. This gem allows its wielder to balance the forces within, strengthening the whole. Okay, well, let's drop the gem of the frail scholar for now. If I need to throw that back on, we can. Nothing in there. These things are worth quite a bit of EXP.
What's this? Another spirit drawn to this place? Another ghost seeking to claim the power of the gem? Your quest will end in failure, as did mine. For 20 years, I have sought to pass the wards protecting this gem. Its power calls out to me, yet the magic guarding this prize has kept me at bay. None can pass.
Out of my sight, spirit.
You are bold. Do you not know my power? I can snuff out your existence like a flame. But wait! bear the mark of the water dragon, you can pass through the wards. As will I, once I have devoured your spirits.
I don't think so. We should have used a little bit of focus there, honestly. Take that thing down more quickly. This is the end. Style gained, Red Minister. We did it. I actually thought that we got that in a different spot, but... The Eye of the Demon. That sounds interesting. Oh yeah. Body 6, mind 6/6. Demon skin. When damaged, the wielder has a 5% chance of draining a small amount of the attacker's health. Oh. Only followers of the Way of the Closed Fist may equip this gem, rumored to be the eye of a great demon lord who fell from his place in the celestial bureaucracy. This gem channels its wearer's dark intentions into an immense inner power, fueling the wielder's dark deeds from within. Right. Sounds pretty cool. Let's drop Iron Skin. Yeah, I'm a little confused though. I thought that we got Red Minister in a little bit of a different spot. I could be wrong though. Okay, so this just leads back. Let me just see if there's need a new spirit font. Here we are. Need the spirit back. I wonder if we can go back. Alright, let's go down this way. Ooh. Got him. I really like the double axes. Alright, nothing in there. To the cave. Nothing there.
You were servants of the water dragon, who once ruled Dirge. But your mistress has no power here now. Dirge belongs to the master I serve. His strength grows. He feeds on the taint of this place, and when he is ready, he will unleash us on the mortal world.
I will cleanse Dirge of this taint.
I do not fear you, for the power of my master flows through me. I enforce his will, for all must bow down to him in time. The earth, the heavens, the living and the dead, all bow before my master when he unleashes himself from Dirge. But do not fear, you will be spared this fate, for I will rend your spirit into nothingness.
I doubt it. Ooh. I don't want to get hit by that. Down you go. My minion is destroyed. The second seal is yours, but even that will not avail you. I have feasted too long to fall to you. Too many souls, too many spirits. The pain and misery of their slaughter sustains me. For 20 years I have lingered in the shadows, growing stronger. The corruption of Dirge feeds me. It gives me power. I will cleanse Dirge of this evil. I am darkness. I am all that is unholy, all that you fear and loathe. I await you in the temple. There you will understand my true nature and despair. Cool.
In all my long years of study and all my life, I have never heard of a being of such malevolent evil as this. I knew spirits and demons would overrun Dirge after the Emperor defiled it. But the corruption is far greater than I ever feared, and worse is yet to come. The temple itself is the center of Dirge's corruption. The taint is at its strongest there. I shudder to think what unknown evil might await us inside.
Whatever it is, I will defeat it.
The water dragon has faith in you, and I see you have faith in yourself. I must believe such faith is justified. In any case, we have found the seal. We should return to the fountain by the courtyard gates. Restore it with the seal you took from the demon, and the gates to the temple courtyard should open.
Right. Ow. What? Okay. Well, I don't know what was in that ceramic urn, but I think it might have blown up on me again. It, when I opened it, I must have interacted with Abbott's song at the same time. Oh, interesting. I see. Okay. Let's restore this fountain. Hey guys.
The second fountain is restored. The gates to the temple courtyard have opened.
I expected the water dragon to appear again.
It is difficult for her to make her presence felt, even here in the spirit realm. When Dirge fell, her very essence was corrupted.
The power of the water dragon is divine.
Any mortal touched by it would be instantly consumed. However, the Emperor found a way to corrupt the divine power. The immortal purity of the water dragon was befouled by human blood spilled in her fountains. Her power was tainted, allowing the Emperor, mortal, to seize it as his own.
Can't believe a little blood could do so much.
For a mortal, blood is life. The sacrifice of blood can have great power, even over the gods. But now is not the time for this discussion. The gates are open now. We can make our way through the temple courtyard to the temple itself. Inside the temple, you can complete the restoration of Dirge.
Okay. Well, oh, we got a scroll stand here. Let's pop that Gem of the Scrolls. Frail Scholar back in. Abbot Song's journal. Something is wrong. The water dragon won't speak of it openly, but I can sense that she is troubled by something. No one suspects, not even her caretakers. But she is the water dragon, and if she wants us to know, surely she will tell us. Still, the storm continues to grow. Last week, one of the fountain guardians actually left their post unattended, and there were more conflicts among the monks this past year than I care to recall. The storm is building strength, and it seems poised to strike right at the heart of Dirge. Cannot say for certain, but I believe the spirit monks, the whole empire in fact, is in grave danger. I can only trust that water dragon also senses it, and is preparing for whatever may come. Okay, well this is the way back. Right, to the courtyard. Oh yes, this place is familiar. Yeah, so I think there is a I think there's a red minister up here, which is actually where I thought that you'd get the style from, so I wonder if it could just be my bad memory. Yeah, I'm fairly certain it's one up here. What I thought. Oh my god, there's two of them? Eesh. You can see that. Yeah, go ahead and block all you want while the abbot restores all my focus and chi, you ding dong. Might as well use it up. There's another font right here. Got him. Yeah, good stuff. Hello, spirit font.
The second fountain is restored, and for this I thank you. But from this point on, Abbot Song cannot travel with you. He must lead his fellows from their cursed existence.
Great Mistress, I have tried to lead them, to free them, but they will not listen to me. They cannot even see me. Let me continue on and redeem myself for this fail.
You suffered doubt in defeat, but you are strengthened by the actions of this spirit monk. Go. Lead your fellows to victory and rest. Your path does not lie in the temple.
Yes, Great Mistress, it is all so clear. I will do as you say, and the spirit monks shall avenge the great slaughter of 20 years ago.
No, come back. Yeah, I could have used the abbot's help.
Abbot Song has done all he can for us. For too long he has been apart from his brethren. Now he can finally join them, though their ultimate victory will be up to you. A great evil awaits, and only you have the power to defeat it. Destroy the creature corrupting my temple. Do this, and the restoration of Dirge will be complete.
Let's see. About time. Let's get this over with.
The true corruption of Dirge rests in the temple, where Emperor Sun Hai struck me down. That desecration drew terrible things to Dirge. Beings not part of the natural order. An abomination has gorged itself for 2 decades on the pain and suffering released with my murder. 20 years growing strong, feasting on the death of a god.
I will cleanse this abomination from your temple.
I cannot aid you in this battle. The very taint that feeds your enemy keeps me from entering. Destroy it. Cleanse my temple, and I will speak with you inside.
Alright. Let's go cleanse a temple.
You cannot join this battle. Your destiny lies in the temple at the top of the stairs.
Yeah, but I want to join the battle, though. Gotta join my brethren. Oh, it's got a little level up here to do. So, here's Redmond. I should have gone through this a little bit earlier, but it says, when an eminent sage dies, its spirit transformed sometimes returns as a ghostly red minster. Taking the form of a red minister grants a warrior the nefarious ability to feed on an opponent's life force and the incorporeal spirit's immunities to weapons and support styles. Few people in this troubled age have the resilience to withstand the spine-chilling touch of a red minister. Let's do this. Probably have to try that out a little bit later, though. I don't remember if Redminster is useful right now. Maybe I'll try it out. We'll see. Okay, looks like there is nothing down here. Should probably save at some point here, too. Got another spirit font. You just love to see those. 1 second here. Yeah, actually, not like an hour here. I am going to end this one here, and we'll pick it up in the next one. So, as always, I hope the guide was helpful, and thanks for watching.